All right, so first off, my head looks super fucking big because I have these itty bitty twists. Um, yeah, I just gave myself a retwist yesterday. And although I did a good job, let's get into it. I look like a boy. But this is just the price I have to pay for beauty. And one day my shit's gonna be long and luscious. And I'm gonna laugh at my little bitty baby locks, okay? But anyways, let's get into it. I say maybe 2 months ago I made a video letting you guys know that I was going to be bringing y'all a life update video, and I never really got around to it. But today it just kind of hit my spirit to hop on YouTube because I haven't really done much with YouTube in a while, and just been kind of sticking to Instagram, kind of dabbling TikTok a little bit. I actually really like TikTok. It's very fun. But yeah, so here's the life update on, I'll try to remember everything that I can because so much has changed in my life since I've been open and vocal and transparent on YouTube. But let's start here. One of my last videos, I was living with my family, and that was a very crucial part in my journey. Like, that chapter was very, very essential in my healing journey, just because being there with my family, I finally got to taste what a somewhat normal childhood or healthy childhood is supposed to feel like. I really felt like that chapter really catered and nurtured my inner child wounds. And I'm very grateful for the relationships that I developed with my family. My pops in particular, y'all probably haven't seen my other video, y'all might have, but just to give a backstory, about a year ago, a little over a year ago, I moved back home. I was staying with my boyfriend. We had broke up, and I moved back home. Well, not back home. I never lived with them before, but basically, I had asked my father figure, the man who I asked to be my father figure, I asked him if I could come and move with him because of everything going on, and without a doubt, he, no hesitation, 1 o'clock in the morning, texted me back and was like, yeah. So I ended up moving with them, and he has a wife who is not much older than me. Like, Raven, that's my bitch. Raven is 30. I'm 24. So like, Raven, it didn't seem like she was my mom. It seemed more like I had a bigger sister, like a big sister in the house. Him, of course, I looked at like a dad. And then of course he had his other two daughters, like, that were teenagers from his first marriage, and then he had his two younger daughters from his second marriage with Raven. So that was the dynamic of our household. And poor guy, he was the only man in the house. But so there was a lot that we did as a family, playing games, going out, going to the park, stuff like that, just little stuff. And I really valued that because that was very essential. Because now I kind of have a taste of what that's like. That way I know I know that I have that, a little bit of it at least, to offer to my children, because I've been able to experience it myself. So that was I love my people. But sorry, I don't have my tripod. I lost it, and I can't find the other tripod, so I'm having to hold it with my hand. I try to prop it up right here, but I don't like that. Like, I can control the lighting if I hold it. So, and my hands are starting to shake, but I need to eat. But anyways, what was I saying? Okay, so that was going great. And I'd say April. I'm gonna say April. No, May. I'm gonna say around May, because I did a little bit of traveling. Not really. I don't, for some reason, I don't consider being in the country traveling. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to sit this down for a little bit. So let's see, February I went to Georgia or something like that to help my sister move. That was a real quick trip. Um, March is when I went to Florida for my birthday to celebrate. I went to Panama City, which was really fun. Went to the strip club for the first time. Oh my gosh, I love the strip club. I fucking love it. Um, then March went, so that was March. Then April turned around and went to California for the first time, where I visited my homegirl. And I don't know if I've mentioned her in my YouTubes before, but this is my homegirl that got me pretty much into my whole. I'm gonna say she introduced me to my spiritual journey. Not saying that it wouldn't have happened, but it wouldn't have happened when it did had I not met her. So yeah, she ended up moving to California like last year or year before last, because now it's 22. But she ended up moving to California October of 2020, and I came to visit her in April, and that was, I stayed for like a week and it was fun and everything like that. Fast forward like a couple weeks later, she asked me if I wanted to come back so I can watch her kids while she went on vacation. Like, she had a trip, and I was like, yeah, girl. Absolutely. So I came and I watched her kids for like a week, and then I want to say before I even got here to watch the kids, she had offered me the nanny position. But she had oh, my titties look saggy. Um, she basically had hit me up and asked me. She was like, oh, would you be interested in being my nanny? Because, like, certain, like, she just needed help. She just had a lot on her plate, and she felt like I would be a good fit. So once again, absolutely, I would move to California because she stays in LA. I was like, absolutely, I will move to live in LA and nanny. And I was nannying and homeschool teaching the kids, and like, it's teaching spirituality, which is all the things that I love. So like, that was great. That was great. I only stayed at the nanny thing. Let's see, I moved to California in July. I ended up moving from LA officially in like September to San Diego. But so I stayed there for a little bit, and that was great. It was a great experience. It just didn't really work out, so I ended up coming down to San Diego, and here I am. And now I'm in a really, really weird part in my life. Like, I just don't know where I'm, like, what's next. Like, not like right now, like, I had given up working for like, I was not going back to work. But then I, like, when I left the nanny job, like, I live in California now, like, I have to be able to support myself. So I ended up getting a job as like a cocktail server at a casino, and that job is cake. Like, that shit's easy as a motherfucker, and it's great money. Like, honestly, I couldn't ask for anything better of a job that I don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to work, but if I gotta work, I'm gonna do some bullshit like this where I'm making good money, fixing people coffee and soft drinks. Okay? All right. So that's that. And like, so that's pretty much where I am right now in San Diego. But here I am, and I'm conflicted because I know that this is not, which I know this is only temporary. Like, I know I'm not going to be working. Honestly, I can't see myself working there longer than 6 months, to be honest. But so this is like a little thing where I'm questioning myself, because I'm like, Kayla, don't deny your God-given purpose just because you're trying to survive in a situation that you didn't really see coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't expect to move to San Diego. None of this was a part of the plan. So I'm just trying to figure out. But let me tell you guys about my newest interest. So I don't know if you got, y'all probably don't know, because y'all don't know me because I'm so fucking inconsistent up here. Y'all don't know me. I'm so sorry. But I fucking love plants, okay? Y'all can see 3 of them back here. I have like 30 plants and constantly growing, because they just bring me so much joy. It's like having kids. Plants are the new pets. Pets are the new kids. And we're done with kids. Like, we're not doing those anymore, okay? Well, I can't speak for y'all, but that's what's going on in my head, okay? So yeah, so I have all these plants and like it just brings me so much love just pouring into them and just like I don't know, like they just thrive so naturally. Like I come across people who are like, I can't keep a plant alive to save my life. Or they talk about they're like, I do this and this. Like when I tell you I don't follow any instructions, like care instructions on these plants, like I just look at them. I love on them. Like what is it that they need? Like, oh, your soil looks a little dry. Let me give you a little water. I'm not gonna overwater you. Like little stuff like that. I just feel like I have the natural instinct and the natural green thumb, just given that like my mom, like we had a garden, you know, stuff like that. Like I've been in the dirt, all right? I've been in the dirt. I've been had my elbows in the dirt, okay? So like when it comes to plants, like me and them, we how did TikTok do it? That's how we is. So basically, so now I'm because this is really a passion of mine. Like I fucking love my plants. It's the only things that can bring me joy some days. Like to be honest, some days because I be going through some rough periods. So now I'm at the point where I want to open my own plant stand. Here farmers markets are like a thing. Like well, I mean they're a thing everywhere, but like a pretty good thing. And like that's where I get most of my plants from. Like I love going to like that's my favorite way to get plants is going other than pinching. I'll tell y'all about my plant bandit stories another day. But that's my favorite way to acquire plants is going to the farmers market. The prices are amazing. It's supporting local businesses. The vibe of a farmers market is amazing. Like I just love it. So I want to open up my own plant stand at the farmers market. Like I want to have my own stuff. So that is a thing that I'm like, okay, here I am sacrificing like my time for a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which the hours, honestly, like I work it's honestly I just have to balance. That's all it is finding more balance in my life. And that is a personal problem. I'm looking at me in this camera. Kayla, that's a personal problem. You need more balance in your life. Okay? Anyways, so basically now I know like, all right, so what's gonna be my transition out of this job into some money? Just because like I can't quit, like once I quit the job, I still need to have something to back up and support the lifestyle that I'm creating for myself out here. Like I'm budgeting. Matter of fact, let me show y'all my budget binder. Hold on 1 second. Which I plan on doing another video on this too, but I finally got me a budget binder. Like when I was in college, oh my gosh, I was a stick, like I mean I had a safe and I had envelopes and budget on 1,000, you know, like I was on that shit. And then I ended up getting broke, not broke, but I ended up getting a job where once I paid my bills, won't no money left over. So what the fuck you got the budget, bitch? But now I'm back in a position where I have the flexibility, like, you know what I'm saying? Like with this job, like here the pay is a lot better obviously than Virginia where I'm from. Like in server jobs in Virginia where I'm from, we make $2.13 an hour, maybe 15, I can't really remember, but my paychecks will be like $22 every 2 weeks on, but you know you're literally working for tips. Now out here the cost of living is higher obviously, but like the pay is different. Like I'm making 15 an hour plus tips. So here, like I really have the flexibility because in Virginia, I would work a server job and like a regular job where I would have a decent direct deposit every 2 weeks while making cash every day. But here with this job, I have a decent direct deposit coming every week and I'm making cash every day all in one. So what I'm doing every day when I'm going to work is I'm filling these. I did have envelopes, but I finally got the budget binder. But I'm filling these. Ignore this because I have to get some vinyl to label these. But yeah, so this is how I'm budgeting. Like, bitch, we're getting our lives together this year. Like I'm trying to take everything I've learned over the last 2 years and like mix it all together, because I went from having a relationship with money where I fucking hated it because it had a tight grip on me. Like my mental health was dependent on money. Like I had started having panic attacks about money, and that's what made me like do away with the whole giving a fuck about how much money I had. Like it really did. But from a realistic point of view, Like, although I don't like to operate with money because I feel like money is low vibrational, it's fucking material. It's a materialistic thing. Like, it's not really important on the grand scheme of things, in my opinion. But this realm that I'm operating in, this world that I'm operating in, y'all motherfuckers love that shit. So I gotta deal with it. I gotta learn to live with it. But I also have to learn to live with it and not for it. So now is where I'm reincorporating my relationship with money. Because before, the last 2 years, like, the only money I was making was whatever I was getting blessed with. STEMI checks. I don't know. Like, people would ask me, how do you do it? How are you surviving with no job? I'm like, I don't know. Money is just flowing to me. And, like, sometimes I got it, sometimes I don't. And the way I would explain it to people who would look at me crazy because I hadn't worked for 2 years, like, let me break this down for you. Just like when I was working, sometimes I had money, sometimes I didn't. And here I am, not working. Sometimes I have money and sometimes I don't. So what would you do? Would you rather have a free ass schedule where you sometimes have money and you sometimes don't? Or would you rather be a fucking slave where you sometimes have money and you sometimes don't? Like, so now, like I said, now is where I am meshing the two worlds. Like, I'm meshing that part of me that realized, like, I am not money's bitch. And now I'm meshing with the part of me that has to also be really disciplined with money and smart with money and have a relationship with money. That way I can live the life that I want and the life that I deserve. Because this is so much, like, I've always told myself as a child, when I would be struggling as a child, I would always say, Kayla, I just know you're gonna be rich. Like, I just know you're gonna be rich. Because there's no way God put people on this earth to struggle their whole lives. Like, I feel like it's like you're supposed to split it up or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you was born poor, you gonna die rich, at least. Now, as unfair as this world is, most of these rich motherfuckers are born rich and they die rich. Lucky motherfuckers. But for me, overall, I'm like, I can't see God bringing me here to struggle my whole fucking life, bro. That would be a waste of both of our time. So now it's like I'm trying to be mature and trying to practice discipline and really, really being way more smarter with my money and actually having every dollar accounted for, because every fucking dollar counts. And that's, like, it just does. So yeah, so that's where I am with that, working a job. I always said I didn't want to work for the white man no more. Good thing is, although I do work again and I'm working for the man, I work at a casino owned by Native Americans, so I'm working for the Native American man, and honestly, I ain't mad at it. Yeah. So what else is going on in my life? Oh yeah, I started my locks. Let's see. I just hit my 7-month lock, my 7 months in my lock journey on the 10th. So that's exciting. I don't know what else to go into about these. I mean, I plan on dyeing them like whenever I hit like a year. Maybe for my birthday I might dye them. My birthday's coming up. Turning 25 in March. But I don't know. But yeah, this is my hair. I fucking love my hair. I don't love it when I retwist it. I love the retwist, but I don't love when I retwist it because it makes my hair look super short. But when I take it out, them shits be wavy. When I put it up, like, people fucking love. When I tell you men love my hair, like, it's so weird. Like, men love my hair. Like, it doesn't matter the race, ethnicity, it don't matter. Like, men are so fascinated by my hair. So that shit's cool. What else? Speaking of ethnicity, so like I said, I'm in San Diego, right? So it is I don't know how to describe the culture climate here, but it's a lot of Hispanic people. Let's use my job for example, because a lot of the people, like, I don't be leaving the house that much, so a lot of my interactions be at work, and it's a lot of Asian, Hispanic people and white people. Not that many black people, if we're being honest. I don't see too many black people, and I don't think these people are used to black people, because let me tell you, let me explain. This is what this is all about. That whole lead into us. So I don't think these people are used to biracials. Because they cannot, like, my coworkers or even the guests at the casino, like, they be asking me, like, what am I? Like, what's my race? What's my ethnicity, nationality, whatever? And I'll explain to them, like, I'm black and white. And they'll just be like, but you look white, but your hair, like, these are the Hispanics and like, they are not used to biracials. They don't, like, so that's funny. Like, I feel like I was telling Instagram the other day, like, I feel like with the black people that I work with or come across, like, they can look at me clearly and be like, either assume that I'm a light-skinned black woman or that I'm mixed. Like, they know. But when I tell you other people don't, like, they don't. So that's interesting here. Yeah, I don't think them people, I don't know. Yeah. What else? Mm, there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I'm not really sure. But this video is like 20 minutes now at this point, and I don't like to do too long of videos because me personally, my attention span is like, you probably got like maybe 20 seconds to catch my attention. So the fact that this is like 20 something minutes is a little OD. But I feel like it's a good little update so far, just on what's going on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I may or may not have COVID. I mean, I thought I had COVID the other day. I was sick as a dog. I'm going to get a test today. I was finally able to get an appointment, but I literally feel fine now. So I don't know, but so maybe I may or may not have had COVID. I'll find out, I guess, by tomorrow. It should take about a day for the results. So yeah, y'all be safe out there. You know, we're still in a pandemic, still a pretty dangerous situation going on. Yeah, and life is short, so love on your folk. Love y'all. I'm about to go.